Okay, so I'm starting over from the beginning. This is the Cricut paper that I bought from Michael's. And it comes in, the roll is, let's see. The color is Midnight. If you can see it, my light isn't very good. I'm just doing this video all of a sudden because I couldn't find one to help me. So I figured, why not make a video? But the color is Midnight. And the length of it is going to be, let's see, it's going to be a roll of 12 inches by 48 inches. And basically, like I said, I put the tape on it. And what I do in my Silhouette settings is that first I had to turn the mat around. Let me start over. How about that? I'll start over. Okay. No. So I go on my computer and let's see. I'm going to go down here to the file that I already have saved. I saved it there, and I'm going to click on it. And it's going to automatically load it onto the screen. But the thing is, it loads it sideways, of course, in landscape, like that. So what I do is that, because the width of that mat is not going to be 24, I change the width to 12 inches wide, and the height is going to be 24. Enter, and then automatically it switches that around to the portrait view. So what I do is then I come over here, I click on my words, add the little box around it, and what I do is I grab that little dot up at the top, and I'm going to start rotating it like that. And then I'll move it, and I'll put it on, don't put it too close to the edge at the top, on the side here or the top there, because what will happen is that some of your letters will be cut off. So I kind of like eyeball it where I want it to go. And I'm going to check and see, make sure it's within the red line at the bottom, and it is. My dot is not too close. And I'm going to go back up, take another look at the top. Yeah, it's not too close to that red line. That red line is there, if you can see it. And I actually, when I grabbed it, I didn't grab my registration marks that I made myself, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete those because I don't need them, because I'm not layering anything. I was just messing around with them to see what would happen. So then after I do that, that's all done in the page settings, of course, if you can see that there. Okay, then I'll go ahead and I'll go to the window that says open scale window. Everything is where it needs to be. Let's see, I'm going to click on this so that it'll automatically register my size. For some reason it keeps on changing the size, so I'll just go back because my width is going to be 22 and my height is going to be 6. I'm going to go ahead and unlock that aspect ratio. I'm doing this on my cell phone, so it may look kind of crappy. This is my first video doing something with the Silhouette, so it's not going to be the best, but I just thought that I'd go ahead and put it out there since I couldn't find one, and maybe other people like me that are having a hard time also finding that tutorial. So then I'm going to go ahead and hit apply, and of course, nope, that's not what I want. So let's go back, change the width to 6, the height to 22, and see what happens. There it is. Because I forget I'm going this way, not that way. Okay, so that's going to be correct. Let's scroll down, make sure everything is okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then basically I'm ready. I'm going to go over to the cut settings. Now I'm going to check my cut settings because that's where everything can get kind of wonky. Okay, I'm going to make sure that cut is selected, which it is. Clicked it there, and then I'm going to move down and I'm going to select the vinyl, the type, is going to be vinyl. Even though it's not Silhouette vinyl, I'm still going to select that. Silhouette vinyl. Then I'm going to, make sure that's okay. I'm going to scroll down, check my blade setting. My blade setting is at 3. That's correct because I'm going to cut it with the blade setting of 3. Then my speed is going to be 5 because I'm using the Cricut paper. So my speed is going to be 5. The thickness of the paper, because the Silhouette paper and the Cricut paper are different thicknesses, and that's where you can go wrong, because I actually was like cutting up that little strip under there because I kept cutting through the paper because I wasn't using a mat. So make sure that you change that thickness to 2. I'm going to go all the way down. Once that's done, everything is where I want it at. I'm going to pause for a minute. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is that I'm taking the little thin pieces of clear Scotch tape and I'm putting it on each end of this roll of vinyl, Cricut vinyl, because what happens is that when you're not using a mat and you're using it on a Silhouette, the machine tends to roll the vinyl up and like ball it all up, and it's horrible because this is kind of like what happened earlier when I was trying to use it, and it was like eating it all up and balling it all up and cutting actually through the paper all the way through to my little strip on the Silhouette machine. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'll show it to you. And it was like kind of chewing up that strip there. So that's not good. So what I'm doing is that I'm taking little pieces of tape and I'm putting it on one end here. I'm going to put another one on the middle here and another one on this end. Okay, so here I'm at my Silhouette machine and I'm getting ready to load the vinyl in. And make sure when you're getting ready to load it, I don't know how well you can see it, but make sure that the little dot is next to load media and not load cutting mat. Okay, and I'm getting ready to press the button. And there my paper is all loaded in my Cricut. And I'm going to go ahead and go back over to my laptop. And I'm going to go ahead and hit send to Silhouette. It's now starting to cut.